that about?
Maybe it was the carry off, stiff. I can't remember. I remember the two things you taught me was that parry off was important and also the stiff on.
There was a mistake that you made there in sparring. I wanted to tell you, but I forgot.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you want me to take these off?
Yeah, you can take those off. Regardless of that, for Muay Thai, you just have to make sure you change your stance. Remember, everything starts from the ground up.
Yeah.
So if that's fucked up, everything else is gonna be fucked up.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure you shorten the stance. That lead leg should be pointed slightly on an angle. You gotta practice the blocks.
Yeah. That was the major thing that you taught me today that I never really thought of was.
Yeah. That makes
always
it much
there.
easier.
Yeah, I never even really paid attention to that. You know?
Yeah. And then the side kicks are nice, so you just have to use that more. But when you do it, like I said, you can change it up. So a couple of the times I ended up blocking it because now I was used to it. So now, fake, bam, bam. You know, why keep trying to do the same thing over and over when you can just fake and do something else?
Yeah.
You gotta be careful with this part here. Just
there was a few times where when you kicked me, if you were being serious, you know, you could have broke my ribs.
Yeah, so you have to be careful with that. Cause all I kept doing is targeting here. Because your hands were up high here. Yeah. But remember what I said. It doesn't have to be that high. Yeah, if you do this, now you're taking care of the ribs too. So even if let's say they're not fully protected, even if you were here and you're exposing this much, I'm not gonna go for that because look at this elbow. I'm not gonna pinpoint it that well.
When the shin makes the contact on my arm, do I want my elbow to hit your knee to cause? No? Okay. Because one thing, like one coach had taught me, like when I was checking and stuff, he wanted me to land the knee, like on the leg. So would it be the same when you're coming up with a kick?
No, it's gonna hurt a lot.
Okay.
The only time you would do
it'll
that
hurt me.
Yeah, it'll hurt you. It'll hurt me as well.
Yeah.
But it'll hurt you also. Yeah. And then maybe now you can't even keep your hand up. You know, fine. Maybe this hand's like here, you know?
Gotcha.
The only time you would want to use your elbow is let's say you're in the clinch, you're catching the clinch, you start doing these, boom, then I can go right on the thigh, because that's not gonna hurt me, that's a soft spot.
Gotcha.
And then you gotta make sure you use the your boxing as well.
Yeah.
Obviously it's not gonna be the same,
yeah,
but stay with the direct punches straight, and use the jabs a lot, and then feint off of the jab, and then after your opponent starts catching on to the feints and fakes and they start blocking, now you switch it up. Now you do something else.
Gotcha.
So you're constantly making the person think. You know?
Utilize the reach.
Yeah, exactly right. Why let me in when I'm shorter than you? You can just keep me at bay.
Yeah.
So the thing here with the angles, you just have to always be aware of that. So as soon as that leg touches the ropes, you know where you are. How much real estate you have. Up, now you gotta step to the side, okay? Or jab, boom. So when you're going up against somebody that's right-handed, it's much easier for you to block. So again, get guard. That's why I kept going around here. Yeah. Look, we're both in an open stance right here, right? So it's much easier for me to block, go that way, instead of when we're both here.
Absolutely.
You know, it's much harder for me to make this change. But here, all I have to do is just pop, boom, here. And I'm not even trying to do any damage with that jab. I'm just trying to get your eyes.
You're trying to get up in there and your power.
Yeah, bomb, boom. I can do that, or bomb, angle, boom, over the kick. So let me just see that real quick. So just pop the jab, feint it, and then get to the side. Up, yeah, good. So I think this is what I wanted to tell you about when you were angling, right? Don't step here, but step here. Get all the way on my blind side. So when you're angling, you're not angling this way, you're angling this way. You're trying to get as close as possible to me. Because if I step here, angle, you might step back and look at that miss right there. But if I do this, even if you step back, I'm still there with that kick. So I'm much I have a higher chance of constantly connecting with you. So one more time. Yeah, good. And now you have the straight leg, you have the knee, you have the kick. It doesn't matter. Yep. One more time. That's it. Good. Okay.
Alright.
Good work, bro.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And can I just get one picture with you?
Yeah, of course.